On Mother's Day morning, my son handed me a gift bag. Inside was a DNA test with a note that read, "You're not my mother." Before I could respond, he said, "You think I should be grateful? I don't owe you anything." I froze as he watched for tears. Instead, I laughed and told him, "I've been waiting for you to find out." He stood there stunned. I had kept the real truth hidden for 23 years, until now. Can you imagine your entire life, everything you thought was true, shattering in a single, brutal moment? That's exactly what happened when my son, Tyler, stood there, clutching a DNA test result like a weapon, revealing a betrayal so deep it threatened to tear our family apart and unravel a web of lies far more sinister than I ever imagined. The shock on Tyler's face quickly twisted into pure, raw anger. His jaw was clenched so tight I thought it would break as he held up those DNA results, waving them at me. "Why are you laughing?" he demanded, his voice laced with disbelief. "Do you think this is funny? My entire life is a lie." My hands were trembling so badly I almost dropped the gift bag I was holding right there on the kitchen counter, but I forced my voice steady. "No, Tyler," I said, looking right into his furious eyes. "Your life isn't a lie. I'm still the woman who raised you, who loved you every single day. But you're right, I'm not your biological mother. This proves it." He stabbed his finger at the paper, and I just took a deep breath, trying to calm the storm inside me. I gestured toward the living room. "Sit down. There's so much more to this story than what's on that paper." He hesitated, looking at me like I was a stranger, then followed, keeping his distance. The morning light streamed through the windows, hitting all the family photos on the wall. All those happy moments, frozen in time, now felt like elaborate deceptions to him. "I never wanted you to find out like this," I said, settling into the armchair across from him, my heart aching. Who even gave you the idea to do a DNA test?" "Dad," Tyler said, his voice cold, distant. "He told me there were things about you I needed to know, things you've been hiding." "Of course. Richard. My ex-husband. The man who'd promised to keep our secret, a solemn vow embedded in our divorce settlement 5 years ago. A promise he just shattered. I should have known he wouldn't honor it forever, especially now that he had a new wife, practically half his age, and a shiny new start. Your father shouldn't have done that without talking to me first," I said, trying to keep my voice controlled, even as a searing rage started to build inside me. Richard knew exactly what he was doing, turning our son against me right when I was finally rebuilding my life after the mess of our divorce. "So it's true then?" Tyler leaned forward, his gaze piercing mine, searching for any flicker of a lie. "You're not my biological mother." I looked into the eyes of the boy I had loved, absolutely cherished, since the very first moment I held him. This was the hardest truth I'd ever had to. Full story added in below.